Hey, just friends, and welcome back to my podcast. So, this is actually the second part of my episode talking about teenage pregnancy. Yes. So, if you happen nga wala pa kakapaminaw sa atong first part, so please go paminawa sa to siya and then jump dili nga episode because we'll talk about more of that, about PDAs, about public displays of affections, and of course, teenage pregnancies. What are the risks, the management, and yes, the circumstances. I can share my insights, my sentiments about this topic pertaining to teenage pregnancy.
Gusto ba ka nga makadungog og usa ka sungilanon nga magdasig kanimo kung unsa ang nahitabo karon? Wala ka masayop sa pagpili. Welcome sa Istoryahan ta Podcast. Kini nga podcast nagisgot sa mga kaagi sa kinabuhi, mental health, self-development ug daghan pa. Kini nga podcast nagtanyag kanimo og usa ka libre nga pagpinulungay aron malingaw ug makaton ka. Kung sa unsa pa imong giulat, mag-istoryahan ay nata. Kumusta? This is Jess Samante, your host, and welcome to my podcast.
So, let me tell you something because it is not always to focus so much of your time, effort, and passion on someone when you're emotionally linked with them. Because we'll live in a country that upholds the right to freedom of expression, yet it would be morally wrong to hold down what people can say. Happy ka kasi mohang uyab in public. You're doing whatever the things that you want with your partner, nag-kiss mo, nagkakusgakos mo, but you're in public. Isn't, dili ba siya insensitive nga part para sa inyong duha? Kay unsa man nagatanaw silang salida, and then you cannot blame people kung tanawon mo nilang duha, tanawon mo kung unsa inyong gihimo. Yes, because knowing, yes, naat ka sa Pilipinas and then it's a conservative country. Yes, dili jud nato na blame ang tao bisan gani wa tay himuon na kini siya istoryang mugawas. Yes, because it is also deplorably bad to cause discomfort to someone else's feeling for the sake of expressing your confidence to display your affection to the public and leading you to do something more. Yes, kana ra ba kung maging anak mo sa public and then it will ignite. Yes. Am I right using the word ignite? Yes. Mag-init inyong lawas. And then, yes, dako jud kay posibilidad nga inyohan ang himuon. Yes, kung unsa man ang mga butanga ginahimo sa mga, mga magtiayon. And the reason why I included this topic is to give awareness to youth concerning teenage pregnancy because teenage pregnancy has been seen to continue in our local communities despite of the several contributing consequences, circumstances, and this also harm the lives of the young people involved, especially in my community. The reason why nga ako dyan push kini nga episode, it is because sa ko ang community, daghan kayo mga batanon nga wala nakahuman og eskwela kay kinahanglan nilang galmon ilahang anak. Yes, and kinahanglan nga mangita sila kwarta para na sila ikasustento sa ilang mga anak. Yes, mo ginang ako gina siyang gipush. And also, teenage pregnancy is a worldwide medical problem. Yes, influences birth results. Yes, and destitution and what else? What else? I forgot the other thing. Chronic illness. Yes. In all settings, yes, teenage pregnancies are bound to happen in networks impacted by friendship and financial burdens. According to the research, media images are one of the factors that triggers the teenage pregnancy. Right now, one thing that I've noticed, because I'm also TikTok user, so there's a lot. Yes, there's a lot. Actually enticing and mura kag using TikTok, especially kung imuhang gina-follow and then imuhang gina-like, is mga daghan jud kay mga batanon karon nga topless, mga sexy kaayo. I'm not saying it's wrong, but mura siya maka-trigger magug interest god sa mga matas, especially sa mga kanang curious nga una-huna kanang mga batanon karon maka-trigger siya. And then also media images because isang search mo lang, you can go to the websites kung unsa ganahan imong tan-awon, like mga, you know what I mean, yeah, di ba, mga pang adult na content, you can just tap, yeah, the search button, tap the search bar, and then type kung unsa ganahan imong tan-awon nga pang-adult. Yes, because of that, na-trigger ang hunahuna sa mga kabatanunan karon nga buhaton na nila silahang mga uyab. You don't have to worry about where to spend your special events with your family and friends. Azurich Private Resort in Darwin is excited to be in service with you. Azurich Private Resort is giving you a place to feel united and a place to share memories you can never forget. APR Events is looking for an individual who wants to use their place and be remembered by everyone who comes. Save your events now. For more information, please visit facebook.com/Azurich Private Residences and Resort. And let me give you the inspiring incentives pertaining to this topic, pertaining to teenage pregnancy. You have to remember that due to the additional responsibilities, young women who become pregnant are incapable to proceed with higher education. Thus, unplanned pregnancy places your will to continue your education put on the back burner, and within that period, your resolution evolves to unplanned dropping out of school. More often than not, the biological father will be forced to work long hours up to the boiling point in hazardous conditions, assuming the responsibilities as a young father. Or most often, the baby is left in the care of the young mother when the biological father unwillingly takes the responsibility. And as closing, I'm going to give you other things to consider about teenage pregnancies. What are the circumstances? What are the risks? Yes, nga bata pa ka na kay responsibilidad, bata pa ka na kay bata. Yes, first is emotional trauma. Yes, because according to the Pediatrics Journal, pregnant teenage mothers are liable to experience mental health issues at a higher incidence than pregnant adult women. Yes, as a result of your early pregnancy, people in your community will have the craving to spill some juicy details regarding your pregnancy. Makita lang ganin lang nga namatang ka o wala himo na din kang topic, you're the highlights of the story. Makabalo sila nga namabdus ka, you're the highlights of the story. Yes, ikaw na ang historyahan, mag-trending ka sa imuhang mga silingan. That's, it's fact. Yes, mo na realidad. Yes, you will be discriminated against and told to live your life in poverty with your baby. Sakit kay paminawon nga gidaog-daog na kag himo na kag istorya nga dili mao and ingnon pa jud ka nga magpuyo ka sa kalisod kauban ang imong bata, imo pag yung gidamay-damay ang imuhang bata sa inyong kapobrehon. Yes, sakit kin siya paminahon. Especially in the Philippines, teenage pregnancy is typically regarded as a social problem. And new teenage parents must have the pocket of great shame and disparaging comments from others. Moabot na lang nagpila ka tuig mo, dako na lang bata, tawgon ra gihapon kanilang lain nga mga pangalan just because of that nga nahitabo sa imuha nga bata pa kay ka na mabdus na ka. While doing this episode, yes, while I'm doing the patterns, the sequels, what are the things that I need to include on an episode, I had a privilege to talk to someone who became a mother at the age of 15. Yes, 15 pa yung edad ng anak na siya. So 14 yung edad mamdos na siya. You know what? It was a conversation about hardships and survival. It was a 4-minute intimacy that changed the course of her life forever. Yes, that's according to her. Yes, 4-minute love making. And as a result of that 4-minute love making, she had to stop schooling to carry out the terms of being a young mother. And while there's life listening to her story, I asked her about her coping strategies she made dealing with discrimination. And it was poignant listening to what she's talking about. It was 6 years ago. Yes, 6 years ago. Yet people in her community don't plan to stopping talking about her situation right now. Additionally, the father of her child was obliged to stop schooling, to start making money to fund the needs of her pregnancy, and of course, the welfare of the baby coming out soon during that time, yes. And eventually, sad to say that she's raising her child now alone. Nagbulag siya sa papa sa bata. And 8 out of 10 teen fathers who have children do not wed the child's mother. Yes, kalabanan ang mga papa sa bata, wala gipakaslan ang mama sa bata. Yes, and of course, ang inahan sa bata, nga bata pa kaayo, maoy mag-agwanta sa criticism, sa mga libak, sa mga diskriminasyon gikan sa ilahang pamilya. Sakit pa jud kaayo kay ang kanang mga discrimination, criticism gikan sa imuhang mga pamilya, gikan sa imong mga kaparyentihan. Yes, mo na siya pinakasakit din hang part. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about is the risks or the consequences of a teenage pregnancy is your education. Yes, because diba, for you to get a higher paid job position, you need to broaden up your horizons through education and develop useful abilities that can accelerate your resume and lead you to professional development. Yes, keeping up your competitive edge and developing your talents require education. You won't be invited for an interview if you don't meet the minimum educational criteria for any job opportunities. Diba, I remembered ha, nang-apply ko sa BPO company. So, I'm from Dumaguete. I'm staying here in Dumaguete. So, and they gikan sila sa Cebu. So, they were from Cebu. And then, during the interview, ako'y nauna sa interview and then luckily I got a spot. And then silang duha puros mga bay sila na po'y interview and then pagawas nila ako sa gipangutan na kumusta. And then ingon sila nga wala sila na hire. It is because fresh graduate and then wala sila experience sa call center job, sa BPO job. And then how would you get the experience, di ba? Mga apply ka. And then makakuha kang experience if you do have if you do have the education, yes, the good quality of education for yourself. Di man ka, yes, like I said, dili jud ka ma-invite for an interview kung wala ka nakahuman og eskwela. And then what will happen, di ba? What happened, di ba? During elementary days and also high school days, mangutana gina atong mga maestra, what is your ambition? And then daghan kay mingon nga, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a nurse, I want to become an engineer, I want to become a police. And then what will happen? What will happen to that dream? If you dream to nga imuhang trabaho is, like I said, higher paid nga trabaho nga bulpin o papel imong gikuptan, then you need to complete your education. Yes, kinahanglan makahuman kag eskwela. Yes, but since nahimo kang amahan sa bata nga edad, unsa may imuhang ikapakita. And right now, unsa may minimum gyud nga mga requirements nga pangitaon sa mga companies. High school diploma. And then what will happen if high school pa lang nahimo na kang amahan na diniunang kang eskwela? So, ang mahitaboan na the tendency is muland ka sa trabaho nga wala lang ngita og diploma. And then of course, it's going to be a hazardous and exhausting job for you. And then bata pa kaayo ka, kinahanglan na kang makatrabaho og anak kalisod. Just because to secure the needs na maka-income ka para sa imuhang anak o para sa mama sa imuhang bata. So bata pa kaayo ka nahimo na kang amahan and then pait kaayo nga sa ana nga edad imong trabaho bugat na kaayo. Bugat na kaayo, kapoy pa kaayo, barato pag gyud kaayo og sweldo. Yes, so you have to think about your education. And lastly, usa sa maapektuhan as a result of teenage pregnancy is job opportunities. Yes, because mao dyan ay tinuod karon, mao dyan ay tinuod, yes. If ganahan ka mo apply na sa mga high-end companies, mangita na silang bachelor's degree, master's degree. And then ikaw wala ka. It is because nahimo kang amahan, nahimo kang inahan sa batang edad. And of course, mas pilion nimo nga mangita kag kwarta para naa ka ikabuhi sa imong anak. Mas pilion nimong dili na lang mo eskwela, mas pilion nimong manarbaho na lang ka para naa ka ikabuhi sa imong anak. Hey, let me stress this one. I'm not saying ako ang gidisregard ang any educational attainment. Wala ko nag-disregard kung unsay grado nimo, but yes, when talking about applying for a corporate job, it requires a degree most of the time. Yes. So that's it for this episode. And I hope that you learned something from this episode about pertaining to teenage pregnancies, the risks. I hope that you learned something from this. And if you happen to listen to this one, please be kind. Please be so kind to share this one to your friends. Basi ganahan sila makadungog ani, and maybe kinahanglan nila nga information. So please do share this one with them. And please don't forget to send me the receipts of our conversation. I love reading your comments. So please keep your comments coming. Send me your comments, your questions. What are your questions? What are your sentiments about this topic? Send me your questions on my social media account. You can search me, Jessamonte, across sa tanan akong social media accounts. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you real soon, and I'll see you on the next page.